Welcome back to Summarito. This is a visual guide to Chapter 3 of Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, called Mind Your Own Business. It's about a subtle but life-changing shift in where you put your energy. The title is a play on words. Most people spend their whole careers minding someone else's business, working hard to make their employer, their bank, and the government richer, while their own finances stand still. Rich Dad's challenge is simple: start minding your own business. That doesn't mean quitting your job. It means paying real attention to building something that belongs to you. To do that, you have to separate two ideas most people blur together. Your profession is what you do for a living, the job or trade that pays your bills. Your business is what you own, the column of assets you're quietly building on the side. A person can be a brilliant professional with a big salary and still have no business of their own, because every dollar they earn goes straight to expenses. Your profession pays you today, your business is what frees you tomorrow. There's a famous story Rich Dad points to. The founder who built McDonald's once asked a room of business students what business he was really in. They said the obvious thing: hamburgers. He told them no. His real business was real estate. McDonald's grows by owning the valuable land and buildings beneath its restaurants. The hamburgers pay the bills, but the assets build the fortune. The lesson for the rest of us: know the difference between what earns your daily income and what actually owns the wealth. Here's a point people often miss: Rich Dad does not tell you to quit your job. Your profession gives you stability and a steady paycheck, and that paycheck is exactly what funds your new business. The plan is to keep working, keep your expenses sensible, and use the surplus to start buying and building assets. Think of it this way: your job buys you financial security, and your assets buy you financial freedom. So what counts as a real asset? Rich Dad keeps it concrete. Businesses that run without your day-to-day presence. Income-producing real estate. Stocks, bonds, notes and IOUs that pay you interest. And royalties from intellectual property, like music, writing, or patents. The common thread is that each one either puts money in your pocket, grows in value, or both, and ideally has a market where you could sell it. If it just sits there costing you money, it isn't on this list. Rich Dad adds one piece of practical wisdom: invest in assets you actually find interesting, even ones you love. If you care about what you own, a type of property, an industry, a craft, you'll pay closer attention, learn faster, and look after it well. If an asset bores you, you'll neglect it. Enjoying the game is part of winning it. Now the pattern starts to turn. Income from your profession flows in. Instead of spending all of it, you channel the surplus into your asset column. Those assets begin generating their own income, which you reinvest to buy even more assets. Slowly, the asset column grows large enough that its income could one day cover your living costs entirely. That's the moment your business no longer needs your job. This also changes how you buy the nice things in life. Most people buy luxuries first, on credit, turning them into liabilities that drain them for years. Rich Dad flips the order. You build the assets first, and then you let the income from those assets pay for the car, the holiday, the treat. The luxury becomes a reward your business earned, not a debt your paycheck is chained to. And you don't need to start big. The asset column grows like a snowball. A small amount invested, with its income reinvested again and again, compounds over time into something substantial. What matters far more than the size of your first step is that you take it, and then keep feeding the column patiently, year after year. So the key takeaways from Chapter 3. First, mind your own business, put energy into building assets you own, not just a salary. Second, your profession is what you do, but your business is what you own, don't confuse the two. Third, real assets put money in your pocket: businesses, real estate, stocks, bonds, notes, and royalties. And fourth, build assets first, then let their income buy your luxuries. That's Chapter 3 of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Keep your job if you like it, but starting today, mind your own business and feed your asset column. Thanks for watching Summarito. Subscribe for the next chapter.